Hey guys, Sam from Manfa's Makes. How are you all? Welcome back to all my returners and hi to any newbies. It's so great to have you here. Please do stick around a while. And if you like what you see, give me a thumbie. They are free. So today, guys, I thought that I would do a crochet and chat with you. So grab a project, grab a drink. Let's cozy on in together for a few moments. So while we are talking, I am going to be working on my Hobie Advent project, the first one, which if you saw yesterday's video, you will know what I am going to be making. It is Owen the Stoat. And every time I say that, I doubt myself. No, it is Owen Stoat. And I've picked a part of the pattern that I should, in theory, be able to work on without going wrong or having to count loads. I am doing his scarf. So I just thought, use all of my time wisely, squeeze every available second I have available, and try and get Owen Stoat done before we look in bag number 2 next Monday, because I would love to reveal the project, reveal the contents of the bag, and then show you the completed project the next week when we open the next bag. I hope that makes sense. So yes, I am making his scarf. I did the chain count before clicking the camera on to double check that I had got the correct number. And I am currently using half double crochets, which is one of my favourite stitches. So all is well, and hopefully by the time this video is wrapped up, I will have completed one whole chunk of the pattern and an item for the finished make to give myself a little bit of a jump start. So I am obviously filming this last weekend. I batch record on Saturdays for the week ahead if you are new here. So it is Saturday the 29th of November at the time of filming, but you will be seeing this on Wednesday the 3rd of December. So I might even be way further on by Wednesday, but this is Manfa from the past. Ooh, spooky. So how are you all? I hope you are all doing really, really well. Now, I have hinted in the content that I have done so far in the past couple of days that this particular Saturday that I'm filming, I have just come out of a very tricky week. A lot of it is work related, but it is nothing to do with me, my role, anything that I'm doing. It's other bits and bobbles that are going on, and a couple of events that were unprecedented and new for us to navigate, which always takes a little bit of adjustment and a little bit of figuring out and processing, that kind of thing. So it's been a particularly draining week emotionally, mentally. Energy levels are at a real low. I am super duper tired, but while I'm speaking to you in the camera now, my gorgeous middle boy Liam, he is starting to put the Christmas decorations out in the hallway as you walk into the front door, going up the stairs, up onto the landing. He's making a start on all of that. So hopefully by the time I've finished filming this week's content for you guys, we can move into this room that I'm sat in, which is my dining room. You guys are on my laptop on my dining room table, and behind you is the living room where the telly and the sofa and everything is, and where the Christmas tree is going to go. So when I have finished filming my content, we can make Christmas throw up in my house. It will bring joy to my heart. Liam has always been the one of my 3 children that just loves the whole process and experience of Christmas the most, and the most willing to help me with all the background side of things, like putting the decorations up and getting things organised and just the whole thing. Whereas my other 2, my eldest and my youngest, they appreciate it when it's done, but they're a little more reluctant to kind of get stuck in. And actually, while we're speaking right now, my eldest, Connor, and Mike, my partner, are in Kent, which is about 6 hours away from where we live by car. They left in the early hours this morning. So again, remember guys, I'm talking about last Saturday at the moment, so that Connor can go shopping in a it's called an outlet with lots of different stores where you know, a lot of the big expensive brands, you know, when the line is not the newest line in the shops anymore, they put them into these outlet stores at a reduced rate, and then that's when Connor pounces and gets some of his more designer branded clothing at a reduced rate. He doesn't care that it was last season. He just cares about the labels that he's wearing. I don't understand it. I really don't care about that sort of thing, but it's important to Connor and it's his money, and Mike is willing to drive him all that way and facilitate it. In fact, it was Mike's idea. Mike has done it for the last couple of years to various locations. It's just become a tradition that that's what Connor and Mike do. Just after Connor's birthday. So Connor actually turned 18 last Thursday, the 27th. And yeah, it's so my week has also been hard in that respect emotionally. I wasn't expecting it to hit me in my emotions and in my feels quite as hard as what it did. I really struggled emotionally, obviously privately, well, away from Connor, but around those in my inner circle that I can trust. You know, some of my colleagues at work are mums of children and have gone through it and experienced it and reassured me that everything that I was feeling was perfectly normal and natural. It is really hard to get your head around the fact that your child is now here in the UK, classed as an adult and independent of you to a degree, and you've got to start letting them go and live their own life and spread their wings, when for all the years leading up to that moment they relied on you for literally everything. Now don't get me wrong, Connor still relies on me for quite a bit. He's not moving out or anything like that. It's just, I don't think I can quite believe that we have hit that huge milestone already, and because he is my eldest, he's the first to get there. So this is all brand new for me as well. And, you know, there's a part of me that is sad that my gorgeous firstborn blue-eyed baby boy is now a handsome, amazing young man stood in front of me. It's a lot to kind of get my head around. It's a lot for me to process. Yeah, I didn't expect it to hit me as hard as it did. So it's been tricky on a lot of levels this past week, both professionally and personally. And for want of a better way of putting it, guys, I am just absolutely jiggered. I am exhausted. Like, there's nothing in me at the minute. But I've just got to get to the end of this school term, and I do actually have the whole of Christmas week off. I've used some of my my annual leave, my holiday leave, my vacation time, whatever you guys call it. I've used 3 days of that to enable me to have the weekend leading up to Christmas week, the whole of Christmas week, and the weekend after Christmas week off. And then I am working the second week of the school holidays, but I'm working from home. But yeah, I just need to get through. How many weeks is it? Let me have a look here a second if my computer wants to play ball. So we have got 1, 2, 3 more weeks, I think, before we break up. So yeah, 3 more weeks and then I get a bit of a break, and it's my favourite time of the year, and I'm going to be with everybody that I love. It's, yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to it. I really, really am. Now, some of my Mingo members who watched the video that I put out today on Saturday, they will know that I started hinting at what December's going to look like here on the channel, and it's only fair that you all kind of hear about it as well. I am literally slowing right down for December, guys. I have been working so hard, actually at my paid job outside of the home. But I have been consistent with my content for most of the year. I know I had that slight blip in the summer where I took a break, and then reduced the amount of content I'm putting out, and it really has helped. But for December, I just want to take the time to stand or sit and take a breath a bit and not pressure myself to get loads done and have loads to show you and loads to talk about and videos that are at least 20 minutes, 30 minutes long. I am just taking December as it comes. You know that I tried to get the whale done before the Hobie Advent started, and I did manage to do that. I did post a picture on my posts on my channel. I finished it this morning, Saturday the 29th of November, but the whale will literally just be all I'm talking about in Crafty Catch Up on Friday, because he was all I worked on for the week in order to get him done, so that I could literally hyper focus on this Advent, because like I've explained, I want to be able to open the bag, see the contents, you know, get the pattern, and then focus on just that project for the week, so that when it's time to open the next bag, I can show you the completed project. Fingers crossed, no guarantees, but this is the, you know, the hope of how it will play out. And so reveal the project that I've worked on from the previous bag, and then open the second bag, reveal the pattern, work on just that for the week, and show it before the next. And there's 4. So that is the plan. So it might mean that my content is a bit scarce and a bit thin on the ground for December. You could give me the most awesome Christmas present in the world by going back and watching some of my older content, so that I keep getting the watch hours and, you know, the views, while I'm, you know, not sure whether I'll be able to do Monday, Wednesday and Friday, because if I'm only working on the Hobie project, the Hobie Advent project each week, there's not going to be a lot else to discuss. I mean, obviously towards the end of December, I will be wrapping the year up, and I will be doing my totals of yarn labels collected and yards used, and my craft yourself free total for December, and the total for the whole year, how much craft stash I actually did use in the whole year, which is really exciting me. Obviously I will do some wrap up of some of the things that I have had going on the channel, where I'm at with them, what's going to happen with them, what I'm going to be taking into 2026. Any plans for 2026 will be discussed in January. I'll obviously show you December's puff flower. So there'll be a little bit, guys, but I'm not guaranteeing that I will have content for you like I normally do, because I just want to enjoy making these Hobie Advent projects, because this is the first Advent, you know, the first official Yarny Advent I've ever had. I want to put my all into it. Like I said, I want to show you the finished project each week. And I don't want to stress myself out when I've still got, you know, presents to buy and wrap. I've still got food to buy. I've still got Christmas cards to write and post out. There's a lot. We all know that there is a lot to kind of get done in the lead up to Christmas. And then when Christmas is finally here, I do just want to breathe and sigh in joy and happiness, and not be stressed or annoyed with myself that I didn't get everything done, or you know, I've not been doing so much on the channel. I don't want that. I want it to be relaxing and positive and enjoyable as much as possible, and just truly immerse myself in the festive season, because for, you know, a couple of years now I haven't done that, and I'm regretting it, because before I know it, my children will be grown and left the home and doing their own thing, and I don't want to look back and go, I should have made more effort, or been present a bit more when I had the chance and I didn't. So I'm just kind of shuffling things up a bit for me and making my Christmas, selfishly, I'm making my Christmas what I want it to be, rather than what's expected of me. And I hope you guys understand that. I know already that you guys do. Without question, you guys have always been here for me, no matter what's going on off of the camera, in my life, in the background. You guys are absolutely amazing. I cannot thank you enough for your love, support, friendship, kindness, generosity. I know a lot of us say it, you know, quite a bit, but honestly, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. If I didn't have you guys as, you know, my friends, my community, I would be a bit lost, because I don't get to do this with people in real life. You have all brought such enrichment to my life, and I can never thank you all enough. I really can't. So for December, for Christmas, I am going to be a little bit selfish, and I'm just going to post what I can post when I can post it. I am going to make what I can make when I can make it, and I am going to enjoy every stitch rather than try and rush my way through and get things done and off my plate. I'm just going to love life for the month of December as much as I can control anyway. So, okay, I've done the first row on the scarf. Awesome. I am using a 2.75mm clover. I'm not sure whether it came in a set or I was gifted it by somebody, but when the pattern said 2.75, I didn't even realise I had one, so that was the stroke of luck. So, right, let me look what I need to do for the next bit. Okay, I think I know what I'm doing, which is awesome. So we're just going to keep going. I've only got 2 more rows to do, and now that I've done the stitches into the chain, it should go a bit quicker now, guys, because it's always that first row of stitches into the chain that is more fiddly and slows you down a bit. I mean, already I'm doing way more stitches much quicker than I was on that row. So that is amazing. So hopefully I can get this scarf done with you guys, and I will know that I have a whole little bit of this amigurumi and this pattern done, and I can move on to the next bit, but not until after we have completely let Christmas throw up in my house, because I do go a little bit crazy. And every year I add a little bit more to my decor. I'm sure a lot of us are guilty with that. I've actually added a few crochet bits for this year. If you remember those Christmas amigurumi heads from the kit that I got from Temu, I did decide to keep those, guys. I'm not going to put keychains on them or hangers. I am just going to leave them as little heads to put on a shelf, or where they are at the moment is in front of my TV, all lined up on the television unit. I am going to keep them, and I am going to put them out every year for Christmas. I did actually do another Temu order for a few bits, you know, little token presents for work colleagues and things that don't cost the earth, but they will appreciate. I did do another Temu order, and I did buy another crochet kit, and it is Christmas themed. I know that I'm not going to get them made for this year, but it's a lovely thought to know that I have them in my craft stash to make for next year. So that is really that's really lovely, and it will mean that I've added some more crochet decor to my Christmas setup. And I think as the years go on, I am going to get rid of some of the decor that we had, because it'll, you know, make do with it. It's not really what we want, but at least it makes the place cheerful and festive. Either, you know, donate them, give them away for free, gift them, whatever, so someone else can get joy out of them, and I will replace it with decor pieces that I like better and I'll keep for longer, or I will replace with crochet makes as the years go by as well, because eventually, when I am an old woman, I would love to be able to decorate for Christmas with predominantly crocheted pieces. That's the goal. Whether I'll ever get there, who knows, but I'm going to have fun along the way finding out, right? And you guys will be along for the journey if I feature it on the channel, which I'm sure I will, for however long the channel's going to go. But yeah, so are you guys all decorated? Have you got your decorations up? I do know that I have a couple of viewers that don't celebrate Christmas or the holidays, and that's fine. Tell me what you guys do instead. Tell me what other celebrations you celebrate instead. I'm really interested in everything that you guys are up to, what makes you you. I have no judgments or prejudices at all. But Christmas is my absolute fave. I adore it with all my heart, and I just hope you don't mind that I talk about it a lot, because it's important to me. But please feel free to tell me what's important to you as well, because it is important, and it's how we all learn about each other and know about new things that we may not necessarily have been aware of up until this point. Always eager to learn new things about different cultures, different religions, all of that. Super, super cool and fine with that. But for those of you that do celebrate, I know you, a lot of my viewers are in the US, and you've recently had Thanksgiving. I hope you all had a gorgeous and wonderful Thanksgiving. We don't celebrate that here in the UK, but I hope you guys all had a good time. And like I said, are you all decorated and ready for Christmas? Are you waiting a little bit longer? How do you decorate? What colour schemes do you have? Just tell me anything like that. I'm super interested to know. I don't think there's anything you can talk about in regards to Christmas that I'm not going to want to hear. So yeah, and just a little side note, I'm sorry that I'm not going to go into details about, what's been going on at work and stuff, but I have to be super confidential, and I can't talk about it publicly too much just because of the nature of the work that I do. If you are new here and you don't know what work I do, I am educational admin. I've got a different fancier title that nowhere else recognises apart from the company I work for. In a special educational needs school. The school supports predominantly social, emotional and mental health needs. We have a lot of autistic children, we have a lot of ADHD children. We are predominantly a secondary school, so for those of you that don't know how the school system works here, secondary school is from the age of 11 until the age of 16, and then you either have to be in further education or college or an apprenticeship until you are 18. So we do have some post 16 students, and that is an option for them. But yes, there are obviously other SEN needs that we support and facilitate at the school, but it is predominantly, autistic children, ADHD children, PDA children, with a lot of social, emotional and mental health needs. We also have a large quantity of students who have emotionally based school avoidance. And yeah, we're a small school. We are only allowed a maximum of 60 students, and I am the person in the back office who looks through potential students' paperwork. I liaise with the local authorities and the parents and families, and I'm the information gatherer, and I also schedule meetings and things for the families to come in if we get that far, and when they are on roll with us, I facilitate getting all of the information and the paperwork and stuff onto our computer system. So yeah, I am one of the, well no, I think I am the first person that ever has any dealings with students who potentially could be placed at our school. I'm very honoured to have that role, and it is quite a complex job. It can play on my emotions when I hear of some not so lovely backgrounds for some of our kiddywinks. It can be difficult, it can be tricky, but it's amazing, especially if we are able to help and support the families in our community that need the support most. But thankfully, I don't have the responsibility or the power or authority to make those final decisions. I'm just having the conversations and getting all the information about the children. So yeah, that's basically it in a nutshell. There's a lot of other things alongside it, a lot of admin roles. It's not just the one thing that you kind of have dealings with. There's a lot that goes alongside it, but you don't need to know all of the absolutely every detail. But yeah, that's what I do, and therefore I have to be super confidential and minimal with personal information and details to keep anonymity. That's an easy word for me to say, not and confidentiality of our children and parents and other work colleagues. So there we go, that is what I do, and I feel honoured and privileged that I can have that role. It's not how I started at the school. I started at the school on the receptionist desk, fielding the phone calls and, you know, buzzing in the visitors and, you know, bits like that. I moved from that position up to the position I am now. And like I said again, I am truly honoured and privileged that I have managed to contribute and help quite a number of families by this point. So okay, I've got one more row to go and then the scarf will be done. So let's do this. So what are you guys focusing on craft-wise for December? Are you still frantically making Christmas gifts? Are you frantically market prepping for festive markets that you're doing? Are you done with all that and you're just making stuff just because you want to make it? Where are you at with your crafting? Where are you guys at with Christmas? I still have some Christmas shopping to do, although I feel like I've broken the back of it, meaning that I've got quite a bit of what I wanted to get. So hopefully I've only got a little bit more and then the buying will be done. It will then be the getting it all wrapped and ready for Christmas morning. I've got all the making done that I wanted to make for the festive period. That's all done. After the Saturday that I'm filming this, by the end of that Saturday, my house should be fully decorated and ready for the festive season. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Still a bit to do, but not masses. Normally by this point, I still haven't done a single thing, but I have been a little bit more proactive with the last couple of paychecks that I've been given to make a start, to spread it out, to not feel like I haven't got a single gift and there's still so much to buy and limited funds and things like that. I've tried to be a little bit more organised and reduce the stress and pressure as much as possible. But of course, this time of year, there is always that stress and pressure. So it's not all dealt with or not there, but it's been minimised. And I am very, very thankful for that. That is for sure. Yeah, so I'm feeling okay with where I am in the preparations, in the seasonal stuff we've got to do. So yeah, I'm feeling in a good place when it comes to Christmas, and that's good because it means that the bits that I'm finding a little bit more tricky and difficult to navigate aren't quite so overwhelming and suffocating, because there is some positive thrown in there as well. I'm a bit of a mixed bag at the minute, guys, but that's okay. That is absolutely okay. It's life and we navigate it as best we can, and the best way for me to navigate everything right now is to just take the foot off the gas a little bit and just slow down a little bit, and that's okay. I'm not disappearing and taking a complete break like I did in the summer. I've learned my lesson of when to say I need to kind of slow down a bit, and I'm gonna honour that and do that whenever I need to, and I'm feeling good about it. I'm not feeling guilty. I'm not feeling anything other than confident that I can do what I can do, and hope you will be here with me when I do it, basically. I can hear a lot of like rustling and tape and things out in the hallway where Liam's decorating, so it sounds like he's being a really awesome busy little beaver out there, which is great. But he loves it. He really starts seriously nagging me about Christmas from about the 30th of September. He is definitely my child. Yeah, I do have to draw the line though, because obviously with Connor's birthday right at the end of November, it's only fair that he gets his birthday moment like the rest of us do, and that Christmas doesn't overshadow it. So, and just how the dates are falling this year, we realised that we'd better get them up this weekend, because next weekend two of my boys will be going off with their dad, because it's his weekend to have them. And then the weekend after that, there's literally not very many days until it is actually Christmas. So if we want to actually enjoy our Christmas decorations and the Christmas tree and the warm, cozy, fuzzy feeling that it gives for a bit longer, we need to get our butts in gear and get it sorted. Hence why we're doing it today. Time's kind of gotten away from me, but I've also used it wisely at the same time. It's a bit confusing. Yeah, it's a bit of a mixed bag. But so yeah, backpedaling a little bit just so that I've got more stuff to talk to you about. On last Friday, so the day after Connor's birthday, we all went for a meal out. It was us six and my mum and dad, and we don't eat out very often. So it was a real treat to celebrate Connor's birthday with my parents as well. It was really, really enjoyable. Good food, good company, not too late at night either, because Mike and Connor have had a few days off last week, which meant they were available from an earlier time than if they were both working. On a Friday, I work from home and I also get to finish work earlier on a Friday. So it just meant that we could all meet up and eat and have that time together a bit earlier in the evening, which then gave us time to go to my mum and dad's afterwards to have a cup of tea. And we didn't have cake for his birthday. Connor really, really loves my mum's cheesecakes. So he had a Malteser cheesecake for his birthday with candles on the top. So we all had a slice of cheesecake and a cup of tea all together and a chat and stuff before coming home, and Mike and Connor heading pretty much straight to bed at about 9 p.m. because they were getting up at 4:30 a.m. to start the 6-hour drive to Kent. So yeah, that was really, really lovely. Like I said, it doesn't happen very often, so when it does, it really is enjoyable and it feels like a treat for everybody, not just the person whose special occasion it is. Right, come on, we need to get to the end of this row, Manfa. You're keeping the peeps too long. And I've got to film one more video before I can even help Liam, so I do need to be getting a wriggle on, really. It's already 2:15 in the afternoon. My goodness gracious. But one thing that I do need to organise with you all while I've got you is December's pattern giveaway. I know we've only just had it right at the end of November, but let's get it done. Let's get somebody potentially a pattern or patterns up to the value of 10 Great British Pounds in their files and in their stashes as an early Christmas present. And also it will mean that I don't keep forgetting to do it and run out a month like I did in November. So it's going to work the same as usual, guys. I'm going to give you a keyword. You need to include that keyword in your comment down below. As your comments come in, I will put your name next to a number. And then when I do the winner's video, I will ask the person that lives in my phone to pick the winning number so that it is completely random. It's not fixed in any way. And hopefully a fair few of you will join in, and one of you lucky, lucky, lucky peeps will have a pattern or patterns through Ravelry from me for Christmas, or just to celebrate the fact that you've won if you don't celebrate Christmas. So what keyword am I gonna give to you? Well, I think it's only appropriate with the fact that I have been working on a scarf this whole time that we use the word scarf. S-C-A-R-F. You need to include that in your comment, and then, like I said, I'll put you next to a number and we'll get the person to live in my phone to pick the winning number in about a week or so. Just a few stitches left, guys, and I think we shall be done with this part of the Hobie Advent Amigurumi, which is amazing. Awesome. So let me just double check. Yep, 3 rows. I've got 3 rows, so I've just got to fasten off and weave in my ends. But Owen Stote's scarf is done. So I will finish that off camera. I can tick that part of the pattern as complete. So the 40 minutes that I've kept you has actually bought me an extra 40 minutes on working on the pattern, because if I didn't work on that while we were chatting, I would still have that to do. Like I said, I am going to be grabbing every available second to me, because the festive period really is action-packed and filled to the brim. There aren't enough hours in the day, and I've still got to work as normal, and I don't know what's going on with my throat. I hope I'm not getting sick. Oh my goodness, let me take a sip of my tea. See if that helps. Not really. Oh no. Oh well, it is what it is. We'll just deal with it, and maybe my work colleagues will have a very quiet week not having to listen to me. I don't feel particularly sick. I am really tired, but that's just because of the type of week I've had. Anyway, thank you for keeping me company in getting one complete little part of the Hobie Advent Amigurumi done. Like I said, this was filmed on Saturday. You're seeing it on Wednesday, and I hope I am much further into this project by the time you're watching this, because I do want to get it completed, ready for next week's bag I'm opening. So that's the bag it came in. If you did see yesterday's video, if you didn't, it would be worth going and watching it, guys, because that is basically all of the content of December pretty much. So you need to know what I'm talking about, really. One thing I did note when I skimmed through the pattern a little bit is it said, please keep hold of spare yarn. You'll need it for other projects as we go through the Advent. And it's starting to make me think that the pack of 5 sets of eyeballs that we got in that first bag wasn't them being over generous. It was so that we can use them throughout the whole 4 bags. I didn't think like that in the unboxing. I was way too excited to think logically. So yeah, there we go. So I hope this Wednesday is treating you really, really well. Remember that keyword, and I will see you on Friday, where I will talk about my nephew's whale that I did manage to do for Christmas morning. But until then, stay safe, be kind, look after one another, get some good quality time in with your loved ones, and get some good quality crafting time in. I will see you in the next one, or around the YouTube streets. Bye guys, love you loads.